we are going to talk about Deepseek V3 model, which is one of the most advanced AI models out there. This is generally developed by Deepseek company, which is Chinese-based company. So before moving any further, I just want to give you a quick reminder. Always be cautious about uploading any private data to the model. So now what's the big deal about this Deepseek V3 model? So for the starters, I can say it's absolutely massive with 671 billion parameters. And the coolest part is it has only 37 billion parameters which get activated for each token as it processes. Which means this is not this powerful, but it's also very efficient, I can say. And this gives us an edge in understanding and generating human-like text for a variety of tasks. And now we might get a question like, where does it really shine? Deepseek V3 model is a superstar in coding, translation, and content creation. Whether you need help in writing essays, generating some professional emails, or even if you want to get few pointers for solving any complex programming problems, it always got your back. And what makes this really special is this particular model is super cost effective when compared to the other large language models. So it has just trained on 2.7 million GPU hours. It's significantly less than what most other models needed. And let's talk about the model architecture. So this is the general architecture which Deepseek has released. So it has, if you can see here, it has a transformer block. So this is the foundational unit of the model. So imagine it as a building block of the AI brain that processes data step by step. So it has this feed-forward network and RMS norm and attention. So let's talk about each layer. So this feed-forward network is think this as a decision-making unit. Once the data which is text or code which needs to be analyzed, this layer refines the understanding by applying the mathematical rules. And then we have RMS norm, so which is root mean square normalization. So this is likely a quality control check, so ensuring the data stays within a usable range, so the model doesn't get confused by extreme values. And then we have our attention mechanism. So this is a star of the show, I can say. It acts like a spotlight, focusing only on the most relevant information in the sea of the data. So overall, this transformer block repeats this process multiple times, like stacked layers will be there, making the output more refined with every step. And then we have a Deepseek MOE, this part. So here, think of this zone like a expert zone. So imagine you're solving a complex puzzle. Instead of using a single brain, you call up a team of experts, each good at solving some specific parts of puzzle. So we have a router and a shared expert here. So router experts, what it does is, this is like a manager who decides which expert should work on which part of the task. It routes the data to the right specialist based on what's needed, I can say. And then we have a shared expert. So shared experts is also called as router experts here. Some experts are like this shared experts. These are like generalist. So these are like shared by everyone. And we have like some in this router experts. These are like, there are even some specialists only bought in when they are needed. Like the specialists will be bought in when they are needed. And this makes the system super efficient, using the right tools for the right job. And then we have here we can see the top K selection. So this router doesn't just call all the experts, but it picks only the top few most relevant ones. So this saves computational power and speed up the process. And then we have a multi-head attention, like we have it as multi-head latent attention, MLA. So this is, think of this part like a magic happens here. So the magic happens in understanding relationships between words, concepts, or data points. So multi-head attention layer here, what we have, it pictures as a multiple detectives analyzing the same case from different angles. So each head focus on unique aspect of the input, like grammar, context, and a relationship between the words. And we have a latent queries. So here you can see latent latent queries, keys and values like Q, KV, what we have here. So these are the clues each detective uses. Like queries, what we are looking for. Keys, like the potential matches or hints. Values are like the final answer based on the match between the query and the key that we have. And at last we have this ROPE, which is a rotary positional encoding. So that particular layer will ensure that the order of words or data is taken into the account. It's like keeping track of the sequence in a story so that it's making more sense. So now how all of these three layers are working together. So transformer block, in simple words, it processes and refines the input data step by step. And then Deepseek MOE, it calls all the right experts to handle specific tasks efficiently. And then MLA, it breaks down the data into meaningful relationships and ensures context and sequence are preserved. So this is the overall architecture. And then we have an example, like how exactly this architecture works in real time. Like let's say Deepseek V3 model is helping you write an email about the birthday party. Then the transformer block first understands the word and phrases that you're using. And then Deepseek MOE will bring in that celebration expert and a formal email expert to guide and write their response. And then this MLA block will ensure that email has the right tone, context, and flow, like greeting the recipient first, mentioning the event, and ending it politely and friendly. So this is all about the architecture of Deepseek. And then here this is the official website of the Deepseek. You can just go to deepseek.com. And then here when we just scroll further, like we have here the benchmarks, and we can see here Deepseek has outperformed all other models in the MMLU Redux and drop 3 and human evaluation and live code bench, like long bench, these things. So like these particular metrics, MMLU Redux. So this is like very simple. This is massive multitask language understanding. So this test check how well an AI can answer questions from a wide variety of subjects like math, science, history, or even some abstract reasoning. And drop 3, this metric will test the AI ability to read a passage and answer tricky logical questions based upon the information which is there. And what does this 3 short mean is, like this part is means that like AI is given only 3 examples of how this task works before being tested. And F1, as we know, it's just a balance between precision and recall. So high F1 score means the AI is accurate and thorough. And then we have this long bench V2. Long bench V2, this measures how well the AI can handle long and detailed tasks, like summarizing a long article or solving multi-step problems. And human evaluation is just like it measures how well the AI can write working computer code, like for a given task, like for even a given complex task. So these are the metrics. And then we even have an official GitHub here, and you can always see the performances, the model summary is given, the model downloads. They have it on Hugging Face. If we just open this, thank you. So here the model size, you can see 685 billion parameters, and so they should have given any quantized versions of this. Let's check that. Yeah. So here we have even quantized versions of Deepseek, so you can always play with these. And now we can see how we can access the API. So in the API docs, if you go to first API call, we have a base URL here, and then we have a website for applying API key. And you have to always give your email ID and password to get in here. And here you can do a top up. Like top up is around $2, which hardly around like less than 200 rupees. I tried to get this token, but I don't know, for some reason the INR was not acceptable, so I failed there. But if you just go here to the docs, if anyone was success to get the API key, you can come here and invoke that chat API and work. Like you have to just replace the API here, and then you can call the model, give the role, and ask your questions here. And I just had few experimentations with the Deepseek chat here. So first, when it was like, let's ask a question of like, if you flip a coin, what is probability of getting heads? This is a normal probability question that I just wanted to ask, and yeah, it's right. And I just want to explain quantum computing in simple terms. So yeah, we can see that computing that uses principles of quantum mechanics. Some key quantum principles. I guess giving the differentiation between the classical and quantum computers, why quantum computing is powerful. This is good. And let's ask it a question of writing a script, Python script for analyzing customer feedback. Now it's super fast. Okay, it has example, and it is writing its own function, sentiment. Yeah, this is perfect. It has even given the example output, which is good. And yeah, let's give it a bit complex task, which is I have this grocery store thing, and I just want to test its multimodal features. So I've just copied it, spaced it here. Let's ask a question of how much is the cottage cheese. Let's see. Does not list specific price for cottage cheese. Okay, so this is a bit weird. It didn't work. Then let's go for some other. I just want to find it. So let's ask this grape screen. Like we'll ask what is the cost of special grape screen. So it's $7. Let's go and verify. Yeah, it's perfect. So yeah, there are a little bit of challenges with the multimodalities. I think the image should be very clear to get the OCR done. But overall, I can say for this particular model, this model is really a game changer in AI space because of its GPU hours and even the parameters it got trained on. It combines both efficiency, power, and intelligence to tackle real-time problems. So let's hope this does better. Thank you all.